Alright. Try this again. Alright. Recording this as evidence as to contact between me and my client. Obviously my client is my brother, Kyle, and he is founder, CEO of KG Fitness.
Friend, lover,
no. Yeah. And obviously since he is my brother, we will be exchanging verbal communications instead of emails, because I couldn't be bothered to do emails. So just, you live with me.
Next door.
Yeah, I'm literally next door. So, yeah, so I decided to do a sit-down sort of focus session on structure, kind of get like a guideline of what you want going into this, what I want going into this, merge them together and hopefully come up with a final product that we're both happy with. And I stated earlier off camera we did want 2 separate edits for this. Then we wanted an Instagram one, which is a minute long, I think that's what Instagram, I think it's a minute, and then Facebook and websites cover that be over. Do we have a specific time frame for how long we want it to be? Do you want to be like short and sweet, or?
Yeah, I mean, even if like say if I did like a couple of just a few short ones, so instead of having one big massive one where people sort of zone out, sort of have like a couple where it's like a couple of, let's say, action shots and stuff like that, and just keep it short and sweet, and then just keep recycling over.
Okay.
Because then it would.
So instead of like one, say like 4-minute long video, it'd be like, say like a minute long video.
Yeah, say
like 4-minute long videos. Okay, alright, that works. Okay, well the first question, I just want to get a scope for what, because obviously this industry's complete blank to me, but I want to get a scope as to what your personal opinions are. To what is a personal trainer like? Well, obviously I've done a bio on you and I've seen what you, obviously again I live with you, so I've seen what you've done, and obviously I know what your background is and how you've achieved all this. But in your personal opinion, what is a personal trainer to you?
My personal training is, the difference is you're focusing, it's in the name, it's personal to someone. So whereas like fitness instructors, like your level 2 sort of stuff, they'll write like a basic bargain program and stuff for anyone who comes in for a general specific goal. Whereas PT, you sort of dive in a bit more deeper.
And you make it, graft it to them.
Yeah, it's an individual thing for that person.
Like a symbiote.
Yes. Call me Eddie Brock. Yeah, like, so yeah, you work with that person. There may be some similar elements with each other, but you're looking at their personal goals, what works for them. You're just being a bit more specific in terms of that approach and stuff like that. So you also then, like I say, when you actually do physical exercise and stuff like that with them as well, like you just make it a bit more personal for them. So if they don't like something, you're not going to say, oh, you do this and that. Okay. Say, right, okay, turn to account.
Okay, well that, sort of just from that you get a grip of. I'm going to roll into my next question, which you kind of already did slightly. Kind of say personal training is like personal aspect of it, like warm sort of like you, a person, singularities, getting stuff done. We'll go roll into my next question, which is what type of person, like how would you say you're different to other PTs? So what makes you, I wouldn't say stand out, but what makes you specific? How can you identify you from anyone else? Like, how are you different to, like, say, other PTs who could be like, maybe like drill sergeants? I've seen a few of them in the gym where they just shout at you. Or are you more of a warmer approach? Are you more like sort of laid back? Or are you more, maybe not? You're very professional. What is it? What's that sort of relate to? Saying if I was to come to you for personal training, what would my experience be?
I mean, like I say, I can sort of mould myself to different things. Like I say, if someone's more of a drill sergeant type of me, it wouldn't probably be my go-to one. But sometimes I've had it with people where you kind of have to go into that thing of saying, right, there's no more like joking, laughing about now. Yeah.
Because it starts to become too comfortable, and it's just like,
So like, and sometimes as well, it's just, you kind of just do that little, even like 2 seconds, just saying, move, do it now and get right there, sort of thing. Just to get out of them, sometimes that's needed. But generally speaking, what I'd say, I mean, there's trainers probably in the same boat as me, sort of thing. But what I like, most PTs that I work with and stuff, or trainers in other gyms, I've kind of like where I work is like say I was once big myself. So I was a big lad. 19 steps, I think I'm myself down to what I am now and all that. So I've kind of got, like I say, I've got that experience where 9 times out of 10 the big bloke in the gym works for someone who's trying to lose weight, don't really know, they can write the program out and they know the basic fundamentals of what it takes to do it, but some days when someone turns up to the gym and that, and like I say, some of my clients where they're not feeling it.
Yeah, that's
because they feel I can give empathy and stuff like that.
Yeah, okay. They're very mouldable to what. Specifically, I suppose again it fits into the whole the personal training issue. Mould yourself to what they need.
As well, I like to have fun.
Yeah, that's you're very light-hearted.
If you're paying me money to do something, what's the point of turning up when we're both bored?
Yeah, that's true.
We'll get the work done, and I'll push people past that outside that comfort zone. But in between stuff, it is fun. I'll have a laugh with them and stuff like that. So I like to think that's what separates me.
Right, now, we've talked a lot about what a personal trainer is and what you are, but now I suppose we need to talk about the other aspect of personal training.
The people. The
people, yes, exactly. We need to talk about the people who do pay you the money to train them. So, you've been doing this how long now? 3, 4 years now? Coming up to 4?
PT in 2. This is my second proper full year at it, but I've been in the fitness industry for like 3 years. Coming up to 4.
In your time doing personal training, what's your average sort of clientele? What's your so like for instance, some people I know specific to like sportsmen or like people training for events and athletes and all that. Some people are like like they focus on people who are like recovery from like accidents and things like that. Or some people would you say you're more focused on active gym goers who are there all the time and obviously have already a quite alright physique? Or do you focus more on the people who are, say, like you say, slightly bigger than the average, or slightly, some would say even maybe obese, or just want to lose a bit of weight, get healthier for their own sake? Is that your sort of market? I don't know what these hand gestures are, but I'm doing them now.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Generally, bread and butter, because like I say, because of my background, that and where I come from and that sort of stuff. Like I say, the whole weight loss journey sort of thing. 9 times out of 10 people will read that and that's the area that I'll probably... I've even changed my profile now. I used to want to build muscle, want to lose fat and this, that and the other, but because of where I've come from and like I say, I'm not maybe the most bulkiest to people, the weight, like the muscle sort of thing. I've got a couple that do want to build muscle and like I say, they've been recommended and they like what I do and stuff, but generally speaking people will come to me because they want to lose, they don't want to burn fat. Whether or not they generally do, or in terms of size and stuff, it varies. I've got some people that are probably in a bigger stage, to put it politely, and I've got some people down the other end, maybe could just sort of
just tone up. So that's what I mean. It's not really
just get a bit of lean definition. They want to become a bit more leaner, so it's kind of is in that area. They want to burn fat. But in terms of like general, like some want to do it to just slim down, and some look, it's more aesthetics. They want a bit more. But yeah, like I say, I've got a couple of people as well, kind of across because some do play a lot of sport and stuff. They do want to lose fat. They want to get a bit stronger in some areas as well. So I have got a couple of people like that as well.
Okay, right. Well, now we've got all that. And so from this, then, what we want? So we wanted 4 minute to a minute and a half videos where it's short and sweet. So from all this information I've got, yours is very personal. You want to add that personal touch to it. You want to come off as like this kind of light-hearted, friendly guy, but at the same time is very professional and will help. So idea I've been playing with just whilst you were talking in my head is, I don't know if you've seen them. I'm going to find an example for you now. This is one I prepared earlier. So I scoured the web to find this sort of example of video. I couldn't quite remember the name of it, but the idea of it is that saying like, this is for example for a product, but so for instance you are the product, therefore it would be like the kind of, yes, you are the product. And how it would be is, I'd get a lot of action shots. So for instance, we'll go through what we want later on in this segment, but we'll go through a lot of what shots we want, where we want it, what we're going to use. Say if you want to use people, or say just yourself, that kind of thing. But whilst that's going on in the background, it's going to pan from, say, an action shot to then you just sitting down, and I'm going to have you sat down with like a background, just like a plain sort of white, black, whatever, neutral colour background, and have like a shallow depth of field. And if you know what that means, a shallow depth of field is where you'll see it on like most like crime shows or like interview style kind of shows, where the person's in focus but everything behind them's like blurred. But then so like how
an interesting kind of thing.
Huh?
Windswept and interesting kind
yeah, it's just like you're the focus of that sort of thing. You see in a lot of like crime shows, like How to Make a Murderer. Yeah. But then whilst it's kind of like an interview segment, so it would pan from like the action shot to then you, but then as the action shot's happening, it still would be you talking over it with like some sort. So this is the best example I could find. Or again, the camera can't see this, but that doesn't really matter as long as he does. So this is for I think it's a smartwatch. So as you can see, there's like that. When it comes to the product in a minute, you can hear the designer in the background, but you can see the product. So then
you can see he's out. Well, see he's out, but you can also just look at him in the watch.
Yeah,
that's clearly green screen.
Well, yeah. But then it pans, you know what I mean? But it carries on the talking aspect. So like he's been there the whole time, talking. But then obviously so it could be just spitballing off the top of my head, saying if we do manage to secure clients, for instance, we're going to say film, I don't know, say you motivating, saying, come on, let's go, and then, but then that's going to be muted, and it's going to have you talking over it, and it's going to show that connection between you and say a client, but then it also has you talking, say, who you are in the background, so they can visually and audibly, audibly hear you, audibly see what kind of person you are. And it gives you that sort of impression of what you're getting yourself into. So you can hear, because I found that out with a lot of things. Like for instance, me personally, I watch something and go, "Oh, that looks really cool. That I'd love to do that," but then you don't know a lot about it. Or like for instance, the other way around, where I hear something and go, "Well, that sounds good, but what really is it?" You know what I mean? Whereas this, you can get a sense. You can see what it is and you can hear what it is. So there's no sort of things unturned. It's just there. It is just clear in front of you. Sort of like hidden messages or anything like that. So that's the best sort of thing. And then it goes this dude who's obviously this is not the best example because it is a smartwatch, but it's the only one I could find. But then it goes from it goes from there to the product, but it carries on the voice. Yeah. That's just sort of the spitball idea I had as we were talking then, because again you wanted that sort of personal touch. You want to make this specific to KG Fitness. That's the thing you want to make it to. So, right, now that we've got that, do you have any input or anything that you want? Anything that you visually see? So, like, what do you in your head want from this? What do you like when I talk about this promotional video? What do you see in your head? What do you think? Okay, I want this to happen.
Generally, like I say, if we do like the short ones, like say a couple, like say 2 of them are like that. To talk, and then just have 2 where it's just literally, it could just be just stills and stuff like that, and then just quick pan and stuff of like working out, because sometimes 9 times out of 10 when a lot of people watch it, they're not really listening to what I'm saying. Like if I was to start talking, I'm saying, yes, I am a PT, this, that and the other. People don't, it's sort of my area of things, it's more a bit more they just want to see what you're doing.
You know what, it's a good one. We both obviously avid wrestling fans. Remember the tap out one? Where it's like a bunch of stills like doom, 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 and then there's like Dolce that goes into it, and then it goes to the pictures, then it goes into the movie.
Like that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Kind of things like that.
Yeah, I like that. That's
obviously
really
like this should be 1-1. Like I say, like you can hear me pan like saying like talking about my training and stuff like obviously I can give a quick.
Yeah, well, I suppose it's sort of different videos for different people, because it's like some people want to see. I think that would be good for like the top voiceover stuff. For like for like I don't know, say for like a website, or like things like that. But then like the sort of quick sporadic burst sort of thing would be probably good for like social medias, Instagram, maybe not Facebook as such, but Instagram, Snapchat.
I mean, Facebook and stuff, I can always write stuff on there, and people will then get the voiceover thing on that sort of way.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Because I haven't actually got like my own website as such. Say on social media and stuff like that, with people watching and stuff like that, you can just probably like, if you can like edit and stuff like that, so I'll do like a couple of shots of me there with them talking. Obviously mute like the actual thing, that's fine. Because some when I take videos and stuff of like workout things as it is, they don't necessarily want to hear themselves, or so I'll just put no sound so you can see what's happening and see what's going on. And then I'll just flash some like words over and stuff like that, or I don't know, work it like that kind of thing. Like say like the tap out video, and, like you can hear certain noises like weights
clanging and like the breathing of
you can edit that sort of stuff in instead of like let's say me talking, because everyone knows what PT is.
Wait, I'm just going to check the battery of the camera quickly. Sorry to just cut off like this, but okay. Right. So okay, so alright, so I understand what you mean, like Alright, well, I suppose we better get on to the last thing. Just want to sort of roughly talk about. So I've got a general conceptus. Can't speak today. Conceptus. That. No, not conception. Moving on. One point. Inception. Now this one's more obviously because again, not to be rude, but I know a little bit more than obviously than what you do. Not so obviously because I've told you every day. Shot types and angles and general directions of how we're going to shoot this, and doing the clappy hand thing now. Now, I've listed a few that I've listed a few Doctor Strange listening. I've listed a few shots that I've got over the last 2 weeks. I've studied a lot of promotional videos, some for phones, some for other things, but then I've also studied advertisement. So I've had Pure Gym advertisement, JD Sports advertisement, all these things.
Yes,
and there's a lot of them. And I've got the consensus of that, like I say, all of them are very sort of similar of how they do things, and I think I want to stay because there's a safety net when it comes to these sort of videos. There's a general theme. So I want to stick to that theme, but I want it to stand out. I want it to not look the same. So when you like, for instance, I could be scrolling down through say Instagram per se, and say JD Sports advert popped up, and I could scroll through yours, and if it looks exactly the same, I wouldn't give it time of day. I want it to stand out. I want it to go, oh, I'm different.
Oh yeah.
That catch the audience's attention. So the list of angles and shots I've got for you are some of them very cliche. Like I say, I want to stick to the general rule of.
I suppose if if you do more than if you can bring time down and do more than one, you can just spitball ideas. Some might look good and some might look better. Yeah,
that's true. So, well, we're going to have the period of time where next week we're filming the Monday and the Tuesday, and then I shall be handing a draft back to you on the Thursday, and then saying if you want to change something or you want to shoot something else, or we can put it in on the next day after that. So then that gives us a long time, because then it gives us another week to say if you want to just sort something else out, because obviously we've got to film a lot of footage and obviously get a lot of snapshots, because obviously we've got to do 4 videos. 4 different takes and videos, and then we may find out when we watched all 4, you may need I don't really want 4 different videos, so I may just I just want the one. And for all of my social medias, but that's why we have that sort of group, so we have that safety blanket, that safety net. Obviously after this I'll be doing a contingency plan, such as something would go wrong, saying if you were hit by a car, or your client doesn't turn up, or the gym's closed due to anything, reason, I don't know, but I'll have that all mapped out and planned. So the first shot I want to go with is a low angled shot. So the low angled shot is, I've got an example for you here. Typically it's just to make things seem grandiose and make bigger, you know what I mean? It's to give what's in the frame stature. So you'd show from a lower angle to give either show that they have power over something, or they have a stature over something, or they're just to show generally. Sometimes it's just to show scale. There's a lot of photography, like city photography or like architecture stuff like that, is normally low angled, so you can get the grasp for, say, scale of the building or scale of something.
Superhero stuff too as well, like the Dark Knight stuff.
Yeah,
Stuff
yeah. I mean, show the stature of the
Yeah.
character. So, for instance, low angle shots we could do a lot of different ways. So, for instance, it could be like, we could do like a low, a panning shot. A panning shot is when you go from one side and then you kind of go round. I have got an example here, if you'd like to look. So it's like, say you go from one side and then you sort of just bring it round. So it's kind of like a